everybody, welcome back to RachandBella Crafts. Rachel here, hope you're all well. So we are up to now the 3rd of September. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we've had 3 weeks go of the collaboration. It is just flying by. You know what they say, time flies when you're having fun, and my golly, we are definitely having fun. I hope you've enjoyed the videos that the girls have brought to you this week. I've enjoyed them. In fact, I've watched them all twice. I watched them all through the week and then I sat and watched them all again today while I was trying to think what to do for you for freebies. So just a very quick recap. We had Elle with Jez on Monday and she brought us those lovely library pockets. Then Sheva on Tuesday showed us how to use metals in our journals and metallics. I think perhaps was more a better way for me to put it. But oh my goodness, my brain was just like, ping. I was watching Steph at the Hilltop View Journals this morning and she was saying about being overwhelmed by watching so many different things, and I felt a bit like that this week because there was so many ideas and I've literally done zero crafting time because I've been all on the computer designing and just been like upheaval in my room again. But yeah, so there was just so much from that video. Then we had Jen at BumbleBeeCrafts and she brought us those cute nautical notebooks and the paper bag ones. Oh my goodness, they were just, I love them. I've got so many paper bags, never know what to do with them. Fantastic. Now I've got an idea. So thanks for that, Jen. Then we had O with Jacqui and she did old world tags. They were stunning with lots of lovely old pictures and how she kind of made the tags feel more vintagey, and I think that was lovely. Then we had Belinda with P, and she did those transparent pockets, do you remember, with the palm trees. They were fantastic. And then of course today, today for me, yesterday for you, I watched Shona and she brought us a quick and easy journal. What a brilliant way to come out with a cue. Fair play to her. I mean, she does get some tricky letters. Shona obviously is in our design team, so she has been in, if not all, I think, of our collaborations. And every time she brings something different and she always pulls it out the bag when I give her a tricky one to do. So of course, the more that you rise to the occasion, Shona, the more likely you're going to end up with tricky letters. Now, I'm only joking. I'll give you an easy one next time. But the quick and easy journal was brilliant, and it was lovely reading the comments from some of you saying that obviously, you know, we do different projects one another, but it is always great to see a really quick, simple way to pop a journal together. And it was great that she did it using some recycled goods. So fantastic. So what am I going to do with you now today? Well, I've done you a freebie as promised, and I have taken the theme old nautical memories. So that's your OMN, okay? And then I've done them in such a way that you can use them to create, and I will just show you a few that I've done here, some library pockets. So there's your L and your P, and the Q is it's a really quick idea. Do you like that? That took me a little while to come up with that idea. But no, so basically, this is the first, you've got 3 sheets, this is the first one. I've made labels, that was meant to be the L actually. It was labels and postcards was the L and the P. But I've taken the postcard, what are these called? Words, fonts, you know, graphics, and I put them into labels for you. And then I'm just going to show you, I'm not making these with you, by the way, I'm just going to quickly show you what I've done with these. I've got something else to do with you today. Just how I've used the little labels, because not only do you have this page, but behind that then you'll have this second page with all these gorgeous vintage beachy scenes, photographs they are. I think they're amazing, but I've done them for you to cut them out, be ephemera, blah blah blah, do whatever you want to do with those. And then I've also popped in, and I had forgotten, and I was looking to what I was doing and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I haven't any postcards. It's P, how can I not give you postcards? There's not a single postcard in the kit. I just didn't realize. So here's your postcards. You have them as a freebie today, and they're slightly different because I've done the background with a bit of an embossing kind of filter over it, so it looks like water. I don't know if you can see that. And they're all slightly different, but they do look like they have a bit of texture to them. Obviously they don't, but they look like they do, so just go with it. It's not, the printing is not this bad on your copy. This was my draft. I was trying to see where my margins were. I've done you some little tiny stamps with the sea theme. So there we are, guys. You've got plenty there to play with this week. So I'm going to show you quickly what I did with mine. So I used the these images here, the backgrounds, and I just popped the little label on the front to make a kind of faux library pocket. And I can pop my little photos in there then. So I did 2 of those. There's that one there. and that one there. I think they look rather cute, with or without the ephemera in. They look cute. Then I had a little play about, and I had an old letter envelope, business envelope by the side of my desk. So I peeled the window off, and I've just simply stitched that onto the background to make a little library pocket. So how cute is that? I think they look lovely, and these pictures are so cute. So I did 2 of those. Like I say, you can glue it on. I just stitched around it, really rough stitching, but it just stitched around it. It was great. Then I've also used the labels and the little faux postcards to make a belly band ephemera holder. So that's another option for you. I've just simply glued the edges there. I did go around after with some stitching just to kind of make it pop. And then I've got 2 styles of tucks. So you've got one here with a side tuck, like so. And then you've got one here then with a top tuck, like so. And then this one, I just backed it with the inside of the envelope because it had these like blue hatches. And I thought, well, that actually looks quite like sea waves, what have you. So it matched the theme. So I've backed it with that, and I've made a little journaling card. So there are just a couple of ideas for you of how you can use your freebies this week. And I will be popping those into the journal later on that is going up for the giveaway. So don't forget, guys, the giveaway. We're running a giveaway for the collaboration. If you want to enter the giveaway, all you need to do is watch everybody's videos, leave them a like, and leave them a comment on every video. All of the videos are tagged into the playlist, which I've put a link for down below. I do keep sharing the playlist on my community page on YouTube and in the group. But just go in every day, check for the video, and make sure you watch, leave them a like, leave them a comment, and then you will automatically be entered into the giveaway. Okay, so what are we going to be doing today? Well, I thought today it would be fun if we worked with some book pages. So I've got myself some book pages here. I have a couple of different styles of book pages. I've got these ones here, I've got these ones here, and then I've got these ones here, which are slightly smaller, different font, different language. So I've got some book pages in German, and I've got some book pages in Welsh. This is always interesting to mix things up a bit, isn't it? So I'm going to show you 5 quick and easy little projects that you can do using book pages that maybe we would normally be doing using the digis, but I thought it would be interesting to mix it up, and rather than use digis to make the projects and then book pages to decorate it, let's use book pages to make the projects and then digis to decorate it, or something like that anyway. So I'm going to go through these really quickly because they are just so simple and dead easy to do. The first one, this one, we'll take ourselves a book page, and we are simply going to, you only want a single page for this one, so make sure it's just the one. And we're simply going to fold this, and I'm going to use my scoring board just to make sure. I do apologise for the state of it. I need to invest in a new one, I think. Okay, so this is the quickest and easiest way I've found to do these. Pop your book page up to the top of your scoreboard. You're going to score in for 1 centimetre, just one gentle score like that. Don't gouge it because you don't want it to fall off. And then you're going to score in here for 1 centimetre. Okay. Now, for some unknown reason, when trying to fold a scored edge on a book page, the whole thing just seems to kind of go off at a slant. So I would start your fold in the centre of what you've just scored, if that makes sense. So if you put your fingers here, run it into the rivet, or the divot even, and then just make sure it lines up on the edge then. There we go. Right, bit of glue stick. I'm going to glue those down. Now, it doesn't matter then what book pages you're working with, how flimsy they are or how firm they are. If you do that little fold, it'll just protect the edges when you're using whatever ephemera you're going to be making with it. Okay, so next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at the way that our writing is running. So if you've got text on your book page, you're going to want it facing upwards. Well, you might want it facing upwards. So in which case, lie your book page down upside down. Take the fold up, pop it onto the corner there, make sure that it's in line. That's far enough. I swear to goodness these book pages are not printed on straight because none of them folds earlier look straight. Okay, and then take it back up to the top of your scoreboard. You better do it this way actually, and then just a little gentle score, and then we're going to just fold that then over like so. And there we have a nice, easy, simple and easy to put together envelope. Okay, easy envelope, right? Now, ink around it, really important, ink around your book pages, because not only does it make them look old and vintage, but it also makes everything kind of like stand out. Check the size of your journal. So if you're working with a bigger journal, check the book page is not too long. If it is, trim some off the edges. Try to trim in equally so that you can come in, but you keep your what's this here in the middle? The text intact, if that makes sense. So I've got a few here that I did earlier on. This is a very dirty one, a little tiny one, but again, nice size envelope there. And then we've got this one here, and then we've got this one here. And as you can see, I finished mine with stitching. Some I've done just the edges. This one I did all the way up. And I just think it really adds to it. But it's a really nice, easy way to create some envelopes, use up your book pages, and that's your first idea for what to do with them today. Okay, so project number 2 is going to start off in exactly the same way as project number 1. So pop your book page onto your scoreboard. You don't need a scoreboard to do this, all the better. I'm just not very good at folding my little folds straight. Not that these always come out straight either, but you know, give it a go on me. So fold that one down there, and then, oh, sorry, itchy ear. Fold that one down there, like so. Yeah. Funny things, book pages, they don't like being folded, I don't think, because it's like the page seems to kind of almost lose its straightness. Straightness? Is that the right word? You know what I mean. And then let's just fold that one down there. There we go. Bit of glue on it, right? There we are. Right. Okay. Lovely job. Put that like that. Put that like that. Okay. Now, all you're simply going to do, a Spetty, the hospital, I wonder what that's all about on there. You're going to fold this over again to a similar dimension to the previous project. So in a similar way to the envelope, you're going to fold this down. And the reason why I'm folding this over is just to give stability, okay? And then this side then we're going to fold over. I think. And this time we're going to fold a little further across, marking down. And to finish, we are simply going to glue or stitch, it's entirely up to you, this down here. And what we have now created is a tuck spot. So a side tuck spot. This is to go on, where's my book? Oh, sorry, let me grab my journal. Difficult to explain without the journal in hand. So this, the idea of this is that it will sit on the side here. Now you can either put it up there, you can put it down here if you really want to. And then you will have, where's my little journal card I made? I don't know, I'm catching, there she is. There we go. Then you will have space here. But if you're smart about the way you attach it to the page, sorry, I'm falling out of frame there. If you're smart about the way you attach it to the page, you should also then have a nice big tuck space behind here. Now, if you put it in the center of the book, your journal page, you can leave yourself with some space there. You can affix it from top to bottom, or you can just affix it like an L shape. But the idea obviously is that you've got a nice little tuck spot there for whatever size piece of ephemera that you might want to pop in there. Okay, that's number 2. Now, number 3, you construct in exactly the same way as we've just done with the first 2 projects, but this time we're going to turn it this way, and it will then become a pocket on your page. So, pocket, pocket, but you can continue to make these, and then you can create yourself layered pockets to cover a page. You know, like sometimes when you've got your pages, you put them in the journal and you realise, oh, I got white on the back of that one. This is a brilliant way to deal with that. By layering pockets over the top of your page, you've got this lovely kind of collage effect then of book pages. Let me use that one there just to finish it off. But you don't then see any of the white of the page, and now you've got yourself pocket, 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 pocket. Obviously you need to glue these at the side, and pocket. There we go. But I think that looks quite a cool way to kind of cover over a page. Obviously we're going to embellish them and decorate them up in a moment, but that's just to give you an idea of how you can affix them to your pages, and you know how by building one upon the other it becomes something more and more exciting, I think is the word. But I do love that little pocket there. I think that is super, super cute. Okay, so that's idea number 3. Now for idea number 4, you're going to need 2 book pages. We are going to start off, score half an inch into the top of your book page, fold that over. That's the first thing, and that's particularly important with this one because, again, like I say, especially if you're using old book pages and they're fragile, because when you're moving in and out with the book page, you don't want it to get damaged, if that makes sense. So that's the first job. Okay, the second job then is pop your book page up here. Now you don't have to score these if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. If you're trusting of your folding, that's fine. And then we're literally then going to be bringing that around here like so. There we go. Now, what you've got here now is a pocket, obviously. Now, if you don't want all that on the edge there, you don't have to have all that on the edge. You can actually look at it, work out how much you've got left over. Oh my goodness, my fingers are all fingers and thumbs today. But I'm going to just score that in because I've got quite a bit to play with and I don't actually want all that blank. So I'm going to score that down, stick it on the inside. Bob's your uncle, as they say. And then it'll glue down better. And not only that, but I haven't then got all that blank, if that makes sense. Otherwise it was going like blank, 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 like so. Now glue that down, which basically got it. So glue the edge of that down there, just making sure you don't glue to the inside, so make sure it's open. These are nice big book pages actually. Now let's do the other one because I don't want to forget that we've got to do 2. So what did I do then? I scored for half an inch. I don't want to take you down any deeper than that because you're going to lose half your pocket then. Oh, I'm so nervous using this microphone. I'm terrified it's not going to be picking up sound, and I'm going to go back, check the video, and there's going to be nothing there. Thank you all so much for your comments as well about it still being quiet. We are looking at our editing software now to see if there's any way to improve on that. I am sorry if you can hear that really loud noise outside. My other half is actually chopping wood, so he's got the chainsaw this afternoon. Oh, the minute, it's literally like the minute you sit, isn't it? The minute the camera goes on, they're all like making a noise. They'll be having a disco now in the bedroom next door in a sec, I expect. Right, now, I want these to be the same size. So I'm going to take the first one, and I'm going to just look at where that is there. And if I score down there, they should then turn out to be the same size. And the reason I want them to be the same size is because they're going on the same page. So I'm just going to glue that down. Okay, like so. Right, there we are. So got 2 of these made now. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just pop our, these are pockets by the way, did I say they were pockets? Pop them onto the scoreboard, preferably together, because like I say, you want them to be the same length, and then score, I don't know, I reckon come in about an inch. It's not an inch, it's a centimetre. I do apologise. I think I've come in a centimetre and a half there, but yeah, it's a centimetre and a half I think should do it, which is almost an inch, isn't it? And we're going, all we're doing is we're creating a little flap on the bottom. Score that down, good and proper. at this point as well, it might be worth mentioning, but it is worth me mentioning, when you've got book pages that are, I can't believe he's got that bloody thing on it, I'll crown him after, I'm trying to sound all like I know what I'm talking about, and I'm concentrating really hard, and there's a ribbon chainsaw going outside. I wonder if you can hear it. I don't know, you might not be able to hear me. I'm cutting off this, that's what I was about to say. I'm cutting off this bit here on the edge. There we go. Oh well, this crazy video just matches my crazy week, so nothing new there, I guess, eh? Right, now what I've done with my ones I made earlier is, don't forget to ink. Now go around and ink them all with your dauber. So I was using vintage photo. I've lost my walnut stain, and I've also lost my normal dauber. I don't know where they've gone, but when I cleared off the desk at the beginning of the week for my son to install my computer, I don't know, I've just mislaid them somewhere. So ink them up, and then when you ink them up, then you may like to, you don't have to, you may like to go around with some stitching. So what I've done with mine is I just stitched right on the very edge, because I don't want to lose pocket space. You know what I mean? Right on the very edge, I've just done a little bit of stitching just to add a little bit of something, and then I just stitched down the flap. Now to put these in, I'll show you now how you're gonna pop them. So this is why I haven't done, I'll just call it bound the journal yet, because I knew there were extra things I was going to want to put in. Sometimes it can be worth holding off binding until after you've done your ephemera. So what I plan to do is take the little flappy bits, make sure which way I want them up. I'm going to put that in there, and then you're going to pop that underneath like that, and then you're going to pop that underneath like that, and then when I bind the journal, obviously I'll be doing a three hole stitch, pamphlet stitch. Was there a hole in that page? I don't know where this page is coming from, because there's not a hole in the others. Gosh, I was losing the plot then. When you open it, look, you'll have one thread going through the top one thread going through the bottom, and you should miss then the center hole. So try to just position them like so. Sorry, did I just hit you guys then? Try to position the pocket flap in line with the holes as you're threading your thing, and then they will simply flip back and forth like this in your journal, and you've got these cutie little holes, not holes, pockets even, these cutie little pockets, and you can put, you know, perhaps tags. It'd be nice to have a tag there with a nice attractive tab sticking on the end, wouldn't it? But I think it's a really great way to show off interesting book pages, because I think the font on this is magnificent. That's why I bought the book. So that is idea number 4. Okay, so idea number 5 is to take a book page, but you want a double book page for this one. Okay, so it is printed on the slant. I knew it wasn't my fold, and I can see it now. Sorry. Take a book page, unfold your book page to start off with. Now pop it onto your scoreboard, because you're going to be looking for the center of your page. Now the center for me is, this is 14 centimeters long, so I'm going to want to be looking for 7 centimeters. So on the 7 centimeter line, don't go right away to the top, bring it down your scoring tool, I think it was called then, and just create a nice divot. Now if you are very careful, you can run your scoring tool back and forth until the paper goes through, which is what we want. We want to create a gap here. Now if you want to use a craft knife, by all means use a craft knife. I've tried several techniques to do this, and each time my cuts come out in a different way. Now I tried to do it with one of these cutting pens, and that was a bit scraggy. Did the job, but it was a bit scaggy. Then I tried to do it with my old rusty knife, and that was okay. The edges one just clearing off, but that was okay, that was all right. And then I did it with my scoring tool, and actually that came out the best. So it's a nice smooth finish on there. So if you are able to just work your, and it will eventually just, there we are, give way, look. There you go. So now you should have a nice gap there now. And then if I were you, I would just gently run your finger along and just push under that bit there that's been scored and beveled. There we are. Now, the next thing you're going to do is pop it back on your scoring board. And you're going to score now. What did I do? I think I did 2 centimetres in. That's there, isn't it? Yeah, that'll be about right. Down here then. And then 1, 2. Down here, like so. Now, where I have done that, I'm going to fold this over and score it. And then I've never seen this done before. This is literally just me messing with paper this afternoon. I don't know if anybody has made this before. I've never seen it done, but I just wanted to try something, and this is what I've come up with. So if you come up with an easier idea or a different way of doing it, brilliant. This is just, I wanted to try something, and I just thought, oh, well, I'll just do it this way. So I don't know if this is an original idea. I doubt it. There's nothing original under the sun. But the next step now is we're going to just glue down these sides. Because what these sides are doing, they're providing stability. And then glue down this side here. And then this one here. Oops. Oops. I'm all fingers and thumbs today. What's the matter with me? Have a good night's sleep and then can't do anything, man. I don't know. I don't know, say. Right. There we are. Okay, so you should have a shape like this now. Okay. Right. So the next thing that we're going to do now is we're going to... No, we're not. We're not going to do that next. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to put a piece of Bookpage. That's what I was going to do with this one. Oh, I won't be using that one now, will I? Oh, well, right. I'll have to find another Bookpage. I was thinking, what have I done with that Bookpage? Oh, yeah, you tore it, Rich. Silly Billy. Right, pop this over the top of this now a minute. And then what we're going to do, try and put it on where there's lines. Right, 9 and 19. That'll do. Scroll down there. And then, oh, didn't go very well, did I? Sorry. Bad for that then, didn't I? There. Right, now, cut that off now. That's what I'm saying. I might be making a bit long-winded of this, but I just thought this is a nice way to make it really solid. Now, if you've got a book page that is blank, so like an end of chapter or something like that, I should have actually used that one. That's probably best to use because it's your back in then and then you've got it blank, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. That's just if you want to write on the back end. There we go. Right, keep those. Never know when we need them. Right, so next, turn it over now where you've got the flappy bits. We're going to glue now this onto here, like so. Okay, so I'm going to just go down, I glue, across there, down there, and across there, and then in the centre bit, just for good measure. Make sure it's the right way up now. If there's any particular side you prefer, I can't understand any of it anyway, so it makes no difference to me. I just hope it's not an awful gory story on there about somebody being in the hospital, in the hospital. Right, there we go. There, right. So pop that on there, like that. Lovely job. Right, now just make sure as it's drying, if there's any bit that you've missed or you've over-egged, you can just trim that back there now. Just because we don't want that being seen from the front. Okay, so the next step we're going to do now, decide how tall you need it to be. I'm just going to grab my journal because I just want to make sure this isn't too big. No, that'll be all right. That'll be just fine. Okay. And I'm going to just simply now, to finish off, nick the top create our tag. Turn that over, bring it on the other side. This is an excellent way to do this, but I do struggle with it. I find it very fiddly. The card I preferred. I am not sure who showed us that. Julie, I think. To have a card, and she'd cut different tab sizes on there. But I can't find it. I keep losing mine because I'm hopeless like that. Right, next thing you want to do now is a quick ink. So get your inker, and ink all around the edge. Lovely, lovely, blah-de-blah, blah-de-blah. And then to finish off, if you have one, you may want to then stitch around the edge, and I will show you. And what we've now created, sorry, I should have said at the beginning, we've created a tag with a hidden spot, hidden journaling spot. It's not journaling spot, because if it was a hidden journaling spot, you'd be able to journal in there, but you can't. So I'm going to call it a hidden pocket. And my finished one looks something like this. So there's my tag with the back all covered in. I folded in the sides. The purpose of me folding those sides in is because it keeps the tag quite stable. It stops it folding in, because obviously by cutting the center of this, you're weakening this page here, aren't you? So that it's likely to want to kind of dip in. But I just found by folding the two pages together and pulling them out, it keeps this really nice and taut. And then that's why I've covered over the back then. But like I say, if you wanted to use it as a writing tag, you could cover that over with coffee day paper or with blank book page. And you can scribble away then to your heart's content. But I just thought it was a really neat idea to be able to have somewhere to just tuck those little secret notes, and then you can pop that then into a pocket in your journal. Now, before I go on with idea 6, oh no, I'm going to show you that one later. Right, no, we are going to go on to idea 6. So that was idea number 5. Okay, so for idea number 6, which is the final idea, project, for want of a better word, you're going to need a double book page. You'll want a book page that is attached to another book page. So you're going to need to take your book apart for that to get them out without tearing them, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take my curly ruler. I've got one of these. If not, you can just tear away. And the only reason that I'm doing this is because it just will add to the, I don't know, I just think it makes it look cute. So I'm going to just tear off the very top. Then I'm going to hold on to this. You'll want that in a moment. I'm going to then tear down the side. Try and keep your book page number on the page if you can. Oh, chainsaw's off again. Down the side like so. And then I'm going to tear off this very bottom piece here. Oh my word, that's noisy. I am sorry. There we are. Now, hang on to these pieces. We will want them later. So we've now got ourselves a cutie little shape. Now the next thing you're going to do, depending on how old your book pages are, these are quite old that I've got here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of book page from the other book that I was working with. It was actually far newer and the book pages are thicker. I'm going to just add on a stabilizing spine. So I've folded it in half, I've scored it and folded it in half. And I'm now going to attach that to this spine here, like so. And I'm going to just glue that on there. So try and think about what you're going to see from a perspective of aesthetics. Think about your page that you put on there. Make sure you've got no dodgy words on there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it that way actually. And then I'm just going to trim that bit off there because that's the back of not the back, that's the inner bit you see, which inside the book, and it comes out then it's a bit squiffy and rough. I don't want that on the front of my project. So there we are, just take that off there. Lovely job. Now again, you're inking. Now's your time to ink. Just pop a bit of ink on there. Perfect. Okay, and then we're going to just glue inside of here like so, and just lay that in there all the way up to the, and then you need to glue it in as you're closing it around. In fact, you need to do lots of things whilst this glue is drying, because you need to be able to make sure that you can open the book, shut the book, and that when you lay it flat, it feels right in the spine. So you're basically literally gluing one side to the other, if that makes sense. What you don't want is to be gluing it in its shape, and then when you open it, it's not it's not stuck properly. So like I say, I sort of prefer Oohoo for stuff like this, because it doesn't dry instantly and it does give you a little bit of wiggle. Whereas some of the glues we use, they're like literally on and it's like, and that's it, isn't it? Right, I think that's okay on there. Looks okay. It's all glued down properly there. Let's just do that bit at the top. Lovely, lovely. Right, now, all I got to do here now is just follow the shape of the paper. Obviously, I want to make sure I got that little bump going on there again. So it looks, there we go, like that. And then again here, just put my little bumpy bit back on. There we are. And a little bit of ink, and no one will know. It just looks like the same book page. So, and don't forget to ink the spine bit back in, all right? Just for authenticity, just to make it look authentically old. Go around now and just re-ink your edges, because obviously we've torn them, so you've got fresh ends on them we don't really want. There we go. Right, now what you're going to do now is get yourself some bits of paper. Now I'm going to be using this paper here. Use anything, coffee dyed papers, anything, other book pages. Yep, check, job done. They can go in. There we are. It doesn't matter how rough they are. Shove that over there. And then I got some of this. I'm just going to put a bit of that in as well. Now let's use that side. This doesn't tear the best either. Oh, that'll be because you're trying to tear two pieces of paper, Rach. Dumbo. Silly Billy. Oh my word, you won't believe what I did this week. So I was watching Gayle. She was decorating, wasn't she, on her paper the other day, and she was using her Stella pen. Oh, my ears pricked up at that. Stella, what's that? I've heard that before. Onto Amazon. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Found a Stella pen. That'll do. Love that. Ordered it. Yep. Waited ages for it to come, mind. It can't have been this week. It must have been last week I was watching her, because it took over a week, I think, to get here. It came. I was talking to somebody. No, I wasn't. I tell you what I was doing. It was the night I was listening to Stacey and Tabitha on their live. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to try that pen. So I got the pen out, looked inside to see if there was anything blocking it to open it up. You know, sometimes they have like a stopper and a pen, don't they? Got it, you know, took what I thought was the thing out, did it back up, pressing, trying to gather like glittery stuff that I was expecting to come through. No, nothing. Thinking, what's going on here? So tried again, and as I looked, then I had like black stuff on my hand. I thought, oh, yeah, that off now. So I quickly wet my hand. Anyway, carried on, none the wiser. Silly Billy. Oh, there was a backing page there. Then realised there was like a circular ring thing around the pen, stopping me kind of what I thought, stopping me squeezing it together. So I take that out, put it back together. You know, like with a fountain pen they do, and I put that in there, put it back together. Nothing coming out. So as I'm squeezing this pen, thinking, well, do I need to squeeze the stuff down or what? I realised that there's all this black coming out the middle. Well, I hadn't bought a black pen. I bought a glittery Stella pen, as far as I was concerned. Well, if I did, when I opened it, I'd only ordered a black one. It was everywhere. It was all over me. It was all over my desk. It was all over the pen. Disaster. Oh, I was devastated. So clearly, because it's taken me a week to tell you the story, I was embarrassed last week. What a wally. What a wally. Honestly, I never write my... In fact, I think that's it there. Look. Stick to the pen. See, we haven't got it all sorted out either, look. It's black, Rach. The clue is the ink coming out of it is black. In fact, I think it was a pull-on. Look at the state of the pen. I've ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. Well, I haven't ruined it. It's still, but I can't touch it. I have to put some tissue around it. I haven't picked it up since I did it. I just put it in my pot. I was so disgusted with myself for being so stupid. And I just thought, well, telling Bella, and she just shook her head at me as if to say, really? What are you like? So there we are. That was my almost having a brush. get it with Stella. I wasn't going to order another one. I was too upset. I wasted that one. So whatever. Lesson learned. Lesson learned there. Right. Little signature now. There we go. There we go. Right. Pop it inside. Now we've got ourselves a cutie little notebook. And I think it's stinking cute. I love it. And like I say, the usage of book pages, you've got a whole page there that you can journal on. I'm thinking perhaps more, especially with these types of papers, you can pop your, I think perhaps I pop all my little pockets in here, look. How cute are they? How cute are they? Right, okay, so that was idea number 6. What was that, number 5? I can't remember. I think it was number 6. I think it was number 6. Yes, it was. So a little notebook, book page notebook. Like I say, put any papers you want in it. I just thought that felt really cute and scrappy and just vintagey. Now there was one other thing I wanted to show you. This is by no means kind of like brain surgery, but I hate chucking away leftover bits. So I was looking at these bits that I'd torn off, and what I did, I actually made a little multi-tuck spot out of these earlier. So I'm going to just really quickly show you how you can use your scraps. So pop a bit of glue on the side like so. Bring your wiggly bit down here. There we are. Stick that on there like that. So make sure you've left a gap, right? And then you're going to get the next size. Now I have made a bit of a mistake because I haven't torn all of these the same way I did it the first time. So some of them are longer than others. So this one here look is longer. So let's use this one next. And I'll have to tear it off. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue there. And let's say it's just so that you don't waste what you're tearing off your book pages. Now I would recommend you ink these, each one, as you go along. Otherwise you're not going to see them all on there. And you can't, I did ink mine afterwards by sliding paper in, but it's tricky, okay? So I'm going to ink down here again. Not ink, glue, Rach, glue. Winker Stella on the brain now, look. Winker blinking Stella, honestly. Please don't anybody tell Gayle what I did. I've been mortified. How embarrassing. This really nifty, cute idea. And I was like, oh, I love what she's doing. That's so lush. I want to do that. No. What do? I go and cause an ink blinking eruption all over my clean desk. Oh, honestly. And then perhaps that one there then. Pop that one on the bottom. Make sure your waves are in line as well. That's the other thing. Yeah. This would look much better if I'd inked them all. But I because I can't be bothered then. But I can't. I quite frankly can't be bothered. Because it's just faff at the minute. And I want to get on and decorate those other things for you. Right. Here we are, look. So, stick that on a page. Like so. Look, I'm showing all these little tips and ideas. Marvellous. And then in there then, look, you can pop all your tiny little bits of ephemera. Even better. Let's put some decent stuff in there, right, is there? I'm going to show your pocket off. Here we go. One there. One in there. I just think that looks really cool. And especially if you're making a summer journal, because it's like riding on the waves, look. Riding on the waves. Take that out. There we go. How cute are they? I think that's a brilliant use of my leftover scraps. And in fact, I did actually give you a glimpse of it earlier on. There's one I did earlier, and I did go in and I did ink. But I would stitch up the side now. I forgot to do that. I put the sewing machine away now. But I would stitch up the sides there just to kind of keep all that together really sturdily, and then pop that on your page. And I think that looks marvellous. And you could go all the way up doing that, couldn't you? So it depends how much you're taking off your book pages. But I think that's a marvellous way of using up our scraps. Okay, let me clear the decks, and I'm going to just quickly embellish these book page items here. Okay then, so just a quick recap. I have put embellished basically most of the projects that we've just been going through, just to give you an idea of kind of like how you can go about doing that. So these are the envelopes that we made, the first project, and as you can see, I just put a little scrappy cluster on there, a bit of scrap paper, that's out of one of our collage pages, and then I've added a bit of lace, and I just think that looked quite nice tucked into your journal. Another idea, of course, is to use a scrappy cluster of bits of leftover scraps of paper, layer them up. I would normally stitch that, but my machine has been tidied away. And then on the front bit here, I've put on a piece of scrap digi that I have used texture paste on. That's the word I'm looking for. Texture paste. So there we go. I think that looks quite effective. One stitched, one without. As you can see, they both look just as good. So that is the envelopes. Then we had the side tucks, didn't we? Or the pockets, depend which way you wanted to look at it. But for the side tuck, I decorated them by putting just a little fussy cut here. I've done a die cut on there, and then obviously you've got your tuck space there, and I popped a word on there. And then this one, something along the similar lines, I've popped a bit of fabric on the bottom, used one of the labels from today's freebie, and again put some die cut flowers on there, and I think they look really cute. And again, one stitched, one not, and they both look just as good, I think, anyway, in my opinion, for what it's worth. What else have we got here then? Oh yes, we had the pockets, didn't we? So these were the side flip ones that go into the journal like so. And I've literally just collaged over these again. I've tried to leave a bit of the book page on show because I like the font. These are just little scrappy bits of paper again. And on this one, I've used a bit of doily and a bit of that paper. And then I've popped one of those lovely photos on with a die cut. So again, just some ideas for you on how to decorate your book pages. Then the next one that we did was the tag. So this is the large original tag. Well, this is the one that I showed you, the demo one. This is the one that I've decorated up. And again, I've just done some collaging with some bits and pieces from the kits. I find it doesn't really matter which bits you pull out. It all looks great. And then I've put this lovely image here of this lady holding hands with the kangaroo. It's brilliant. And I've just popped a little label there because there was quite a bit of blank space on the photograph. Popped a little tag up there. And then obviously we've got our little hidden tuck spot in there. So that is the tag. And then we had the notebook. We made the notebook, didn't we? So that was this one here, and I've decorated the first one I've done. I've obviously bound that now, so that's gone in there with binding. And for the cover, I've put some of this. Oh yeah, I've only got a little bit of it left now. I don't even know what it's called, but it was good stuff for putting underneath things on the covers. So I put a bit of that under there. I put that little journal card on that we did. I've put a die cut over the top of it. And then I've put some lace at the top then with another one of those little labels. And then inside I've popped a couple of these pockets that I've made today with the freebies. So we've got that one there. I did a little bit of a page collage here just to give you an idea of things that you can do in your little scrappy notebooks. And this one here, oh, there's the tuck. And I've also left that open there in case we want to pop something in there. And then I think I popped this one in here as well. So you've got the little belly band with the lighthouse, lifeboat, I nearly said then. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed spending a bit of time with me looking at the freebies, a couple of quick ideas on how to use them. So just a reminder over who's coming up this week. So tomorrow, who we've got coming up? We've got Julie from Camellia Crafts. Hi Julie, can't wait to see that. Always a favourite. Then we've got Karen from Gracebeak Creations. We've got Marie from Crafty Landing. Wendy from Little Nest Crafts. Then we've got a Shirls, a Stacey and a Shirl. That's going to be, careful you don't get those muddled up, guys. Make sure you read the right channel names on there, okay? But again, it'll all be linked into our playlist. That's the word I'm looking for. Yes, we've got Shirl's Crafts, we've got Stacey at Stacey's Crafty Jam, and then we've got Shirl at Crafty Shamrock Designs. And it'll be the first time either of the Shirls have joined us, so welcome to the collaborations, ladies. And then next week, I will be back, but I won't be here like on the weekend. I'm actually away. We're going to Newcastle next weekend, so I will have had to have done my video way before then, earlier in the week, so I just hope I don't forget, because I'm away. Long weekend, we're up for the Great North Run, so I will catch up with you in the week. In the meantime, have a wonderful day. Don't forget to go download your freebies. They'll be on our Ko-fi page. And I will be back with you all very soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you don't mind leaving me a comment and a like. And if you're not yet subscribed, if you wouldn't mind subscribing. And can I just also really quickly say thank you, huge thank you. I should have said at the beginning. We have actually passed 18,000 subscribers now. And I could just, my mind went blank at the beginning of the video, but just a huge thank you to all our new subscribers and to all of those of you that keep coming back. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. See you very soon. Bye now.